This is weird. Main map. Hello, people. Hello, people. Emacs is being very slow. Must have been a short trip. Yeah, it was just a few days. Oh. Wait. This is okay. I was going to work on something, but I don't think I can yet. Because I think... So I've been working on some overhead map stuff today to get all that, you know, where it needs to be for release. And there's this thing. See, already here. Like, yeah, so we sort of have this region that the overhead map, it's maybe a little big. But when you initially zoom out, and we have this marker that I think is defining that area, but the problem is the marker is a lot bigger than the area. So first of all, I'm not sure about that. But second of all, we have some old logic here that was written before I changed a bunch of stuff the past couple of days about fast travel. So we got to make sure that's okay. So like, if I go to the fast travel area and then like I cheat it. Oh, okay. Well, that's broken. This is actually, we're just going to fix things as they come up. Because when we see stuff like that, okay, what is that? That's this thing with a hole in it. And oh yeah, I know where that is. It's this thing. These are not grouped correctly. So sometimes I edit things and they don't get grouped correctly. And then the fast travel doesn't appear. But so what that code is supposed to do is prevent these clearings from affecting the start. But I don't think they actually do now. All right. Here's another thing I want to test. I want to test that this marker is doing what we think it is. So if we select it and we make the dimensions like half of what they are, so like 40, 40, right? And then we relaunch. Is that the... I think that's the same. Yeah, it's the same because I remember seeing that. So this is not really affecting... Well, maybe I need to save it for some reason, but I don't think I need to. I don't think this is affecting the map extents in the way that we think. Okay, so we're going to have to look at that separately. It's fine. We're figuring out all the things. So Social media must be in a bit of a storm. No, I mean, I've hardly seen anything. I've hardly seen anything. I don't, you know, it does make me sad that I can't say stuff on this stream without it ending up on YouTube. So again, I might have to stop streaming. But you know, it is what it is. I could use reasons to stop streaming. But no, I haven't, like, I mean, I guess there's something in the gaming press, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and I noticed one thing on social media because someone who I follow mentioned it. That's the only reason I know. That's the only reason I know. Never stop? No, I mean, I probably will stop eventually because it sucks. Honestly. There's just, you know, there's just too many leeches and negative weirdos on the internet. And so anything you put out there, they'll grab and do something with. And it's just tiring. And, like, it's disrespectful. So, fuck the haters. I don't even mean the haters. I just mean, like, the YouTube channels that post content without respecting, you know, whether I publish it or not, right? Just that kind of thing. Just like, oh, I'm making money off your stream. Cool. Anyway, though, let's do some actual work because this game is freaking awesome. So we have a couple things to figure out. One, that's going to be second. Let's go to the to-do. You know, I have this aversion against adding things to the to-do, but let's do it. This stream, we have a special to-do for this stream. Why are fog extents not initializing to what we might think they'd be? But first we're going to do, like, clean out and test the overhead map, the fast travel fog clear avoidance. Okay, so the thing about that fast travel fog clear code is, so here we're of course zoomed in a certain amount. Okay. If I just cheat and run, it's supposed to expand, although maybe it's already the whole area. I don't know. It is already the whole area. So maybe we can't really test this, but like what that code is doing is it's refusing to expand even the fast travel area, because before the fast travel area was like hidden on the main map, right? Oh God. Okay, that did something when I like ran south there. Right, like, oh no, that maybe that's just because I was outside the map. So this actually, we could test this one real fast. I don't want to save any of these changes we're doing, but what if I make this, there's a marker around this. Let's make that radically smaller, because it seems like we're approximately trimming to exactly the map. And what if I do this? What if I go 10 by 9? We're going to have to make sure to undo all this. Right? So I do this, I get this, I go to fast travel. Okay, that actually works. That actually works. So let me just let me clear a couple screens. Oh, I did a bunch of undos to fix the marker, and I undid our fixes there, so we have to redo those. Oh yeah. So tab. Okay, that did expand up, because See, our little starting teleporter is down there. Oh, maybe it didn't. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Let's just fix the code to what we think it should be. So here's the thing. We don't want to update the cleared bounds if we're clearing a fast travel area. Those should never be shown when using the overhead camera. That is no longer true, because what I did was I made overhead view work in fast travel area. So inside overhead map or fast travel area, we need to check this function. But that's probably giving us this camera marker that we're talking about. Okay, inside overhead map or yes. This is not really what we want to do. Yeah, this is confusing. And sort of a data hack. So we don't want to do it this way. Maybe. Oh, did I? Oh, shit, dude. I said I got to undo this before. Okay, hold on. Before we forget, we'll leave the map marker small because that'll help test us some things, but we got to fix that frickin' dragon again. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. Where's Dragholio? Where's Dragholio? Oh yeah, he's in the mini map. What am I doing? Dragholio is in the mini map. What am I even doing? Why is... Bro! Click on something. Thank you. Alright. So Dragholio is over here. We fixed this already. We're going to fix it again. Bam, 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 bam. We're assigning all these objects to the same group. That's it. That's all we got to do there. Please don't let the loud minority of haters overshadow that. Maybe, but it's not about the loud minority of haters at all. Because honestly, like, dude, I've been in the games industry for a long time. And I know how useless all the hater people are. Like, that's actually something, you know, people in the entertainment industry have that much more intensely, right? Like, people in games, our haters are kind of mild compared to, like, you know, Hollywood actor haters or whatever. But it's not that. It's not that. It's something else. It's like, am I complicit in people disrespecting me, right? Or not? And to what degree can I just avoid being complicit in that? That's all. Like, you should, no healthy human being should want to help people treat them badly, right? Like, that just makes sense. And so that's sort of the fundamental thing is like, why should I help people treat me badly, right? And you know, that's just the Elon haters, that's the best example, yeah. What would I do if I weren't able to make games? What do you mean able to make games? Do you mean like if I didn't have arms to type with? Like, what's the scenario that we're talking about? because that also determines what else I would be able to do, right? I wouldn't be able to play Olympic women's rugby if I didn't have arms. Sean Barrett is a big Elon hater. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know? You know. Profitably. No, I can make games profitably. Like, that's not an issue. And even if you couldn't, you just do it as a hobby. It's not that big of a deal. Like, a lot of people do a lot of hobbies that aren't profitable. Like, everybody's just getting weird about things that were not meant to be weird. So the good thing about this game is it's, I mean, getting close to done doesn't necessarily mean what you think for a game this big, but like, it's finally almost end-to-end playable, right? Which is pretty cool. What is this? Fallen Angel. What's that doing there? That seems like an editing mistake. So we're just going to tuck that over there where we see it. We're almost end-to-end playable again. We were end-to-end playable a long time ago. And now we've revised the game heavily. It is even much better than it was. And we're almost back to playable. Kamala wins and makes it illegal for me to write games in the U.S. I mean, if the U.S. So I like the U.S. as a place to live better than most places, but if it becomes that oppressive, I would move somewhere less oppressive, like Singapore or something. You know? Yeah, we would have to see. Is this the overworld? Yeah, this is part of it. Okay, so what are we even doing? We fixed those things. Okay, fast travel, fog, clear avoidance. So the thing is, this is some weird hack thing that used a different... So this CM is a camera marker, and when we added camera markers, I had this idea that some types would override other types for the purposes of overhead map bounds, which is something that, kind of makes sense sometimes, and then you live to regret it, and you're like, oh, that was messy and confusing. So we're going to get rid of that. So I think this is going to be the only calling site for this function, right? Yes. So we can delete this function and replace it with something else because nobody uses it. Let's figure out what we replace it with. What we want here... This is for updating the cleared bounds inside an overhead map. And the thing about this is, I don't think we need the camera marker for this at all. Because the thing is, the overhead map area or the fast travel areas didn't used to have their own fog of war. They now do as of today. So I think we can delete these conditions I think we can replace this function with nothing, which is my favorite kind. And then here, of course, we don't call it. And then we just do this. And we could add a comment to help legibility and say, expand the bounds so that we know how to enlarge the overhead map as we go. I don't know. That's not a very sensible thing. Okay, so we're using CM down here. Okay, so here, this is the thing. Here, we're intersecting the cleared bounds with this main map box. And I want to name main map something better. But also, I think we want to make a new type. So here's the thing. This main map, we're also using it. Oh, that's unfog. That's the unfog command. Oh, main map does what I thought. Okay, cool. Here's what we do then. We make a new function that is main map map outer bounds is get main map camera marker. The older I get, the more I name functions very explicitly, because something you think is obvious right now, not obvious way later on. Get current overhead map camera outer bounds marker. That's what we're going for. Yeah, we like that. We like that. Okay. So, get current overhead map outer bounds marker. Layer is manager. So current layer, what is it called? Dude, I restarted Emacs. Current layer. I was looking for this earlier today. I couldn't find it either. Ground layer this frame. It's called, see, often I use the word current, but here it's this frame. All right, so for manager by type camera marker, if it dot, let's call it M. If M dot overhead map type not equal to main map, continue, all right. Turn null. Oh, we got to return something here. That's a camera marker. And then, well, you know, we're doing something, yeah. I did something where I grabbed the extents. Where is it? Info. This is one of these things. Do we put it in a function or do we pasta? This is in camera. That's where it was today. Info.extents. So what we did was we just said extent is info.extents of that layer. Yeah, and you know what? This is fine. return M. All right. So now, outer bounds marker. So now we don't return maybe a fast travel marker or maybe a main map marker. We just return the thing that we want. Now the thing is, this means we're going to have to make more markers for the fast travel area, but that's fine. So to speak, in theory. That function would have been 40 classes in OOP for sure. For sure. I didn't, okay. Info is manager ground layer info. All right. So now what do we expect to happen? We shrunk the fast travel. Should we allow those fast travel markers to serve as map boundary markers? I'm going to allow it for now. Well, no, we might want them to be different. We only have to do this complicated setup for one level in the entire game. So we'll just let it be more markers. All right. So we have to add those back. All right. So if we don't find those, then we just will never re-shrink our fog extent, which is probably fine. Oops. Probably fine. But, okay. Now we also have the problem that I shrank this guy right here. But that's okay. So the job of these green fast travel markers is just be big and sloppy. All right. So I'm just going to copy the bounds from this one onto this one. Right. There we go. Big and sloppy. And all they have to do is enclose everywhere the player can be. Oh, which by the way, this one doesn't. Okay. And then we'll have separate ones that are like, this is how the fast travel area is demarcated, and or like how it's framed when you look at the overhead map. And that probably needs to be precise and the same for all of these, but I could imagine tweaking it slightly based on reasons. So yeah, let's just do something. 2 and actually 3. Give it a different color. You know, a long time ago I did some fun things that we could adjust here. Let's make these like, let's make them kind of oranginess, and then watch this. We can change the pattern. We can go length on 2, length off 0.1. So it's like 0.3. So it's like this dotted line, and then so like we're just making a different thing that we can learn to notice. We have a few different patterns like this actually in the like in these markers, see? And then you know, there's a few different, there's like this triangle-y one and then these trapezoidal ones, and it helps you spot. That's all. Okay. So that one is maybe fine. We're gonna make this one called main map. Main map. And after we copy pasta this, so we should detect these automatically because we do it by just by the z coordinate, right? Is it in the z range where you are, or is it not? That's all. Which means we have to make sure to put it in the z range. Actually, it's really, so the green marker defines the ranges. So basically, the center of the orange marker has to be inside the z range of the green marker, is what we're saying. And why am I making these separate? Well, you could imagine, you know, tweaking this one left or right to, this one's about where does the camera go when you're looking at the overhead map. So you might tweak it around to like center things slightly or whatever, right? I don't know. Maybe we don't in reality need these to be different, but the history of this kind of feature in this game was me cramming a bunch of stuff together, like overloading functionality in multiple confusing ways in order to try to minimize the number of things. And again, the more game development experience that I have, the more I just see the cases when that just, even if it doesn't come back to bite me exactly, it becomes a thing where you're like, you know, that didn't buy me as much time as I thought it would, and it wasn't that much harder to do like the more structured, better version to begin with. So why didn't we just do that, right? That's how I feel about it. All right. So whatever, the green and the orange are approximately the same in XY right now anyway, but the goal is that we can make slight tweaks on the orange without worrying about like not encapsulating somewhere the player might go. Which actually doesn't really, you know, we didn't need all these markers. It's fine. All right. Let's make sure that things work. Overhead map. All right. X. Overhead map. Oh. Look at that. Where did that come from? Did I make that today? Because I fixed things. What is going on? Oh, yeah, it was, huh? See this? It's not in a group. Anytime I do like a merge or split operation on the geometry, it loses its group, which there's reasons why you might want that for real, but, you know, it's annoying when editing the overhead map. All right, so that's one. And overhead map. And then I'm going to go way south. And I think we're actually clearing places we can't see because this is way, all right. So there, okay. See, I went way further south, but it's being constrained to the marker in theory, which is great. All right. Drop. Drop. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. You shouldn't be able to, like, step over a big asshole. Okay, let's fix that. We're just, you know, part of this is playtesting. Part of this is like, oh, because, see, this is in the next group over, but this is in, okay. These need to be in the same group. That's all. We already had the walls there that we needed. They hadn't appeared yet. Okay. So this is good. The thing that I want to do now is let's take the W. And then the thing is, wow, I'm tired already. I woke up this morning in California an hour earlier. So it's really an hour later for me right now. And I also didn't get that much sleep last night. So it's one of those days. And this is what I get for streaming at night. So another thing that I did today off stream was I changed a ton of implementation details about, like, in order to set up overhead maps, what are the entities that have to be there and how do they have to be linked and stuff. And then I went and changed all the major levels that I think that I knew that I could think of easily that needed to be updated for this change. However, I probably didn't get all of them. And so I want to write a command that scrubs through all the levels and looks for things that I missed. And then we'll update them and make sure they work. Hate when you randomly wake up in California. It happens sometimes. Do you pick what character to bring into each puzzle? No. The puzzles are designed for the characters in the puzzle. Twitch probably takes a big chunk out of the sub amount. I mean, it does, but, like, the money we make off Twitch subs is negligible, right? It's just for fun. Don't take it seriously. Okay. Oh. Actually, let's put this, maybe we'll do this one because it's more visual and more fun. And then we'll do scrub all the levels to see if there are any that need updates based on the view giver camera marker changes, or camera control changes. Those are the entity types that I changed today. Okay, here's the thing. We have this level, which was one of the original levels that the game is based on. And it has an overhead map now, which the original game didn't have. If I can type. Now, oh, let me make sure that's even the right one. People did this thing where they changed the names of stuff. Yeah, it's still called Skipping Stones. All right. So, I will show you. You go over here and the cloud's clear and that's great. And then we get this. And we hit the overhead map. Oh, nope, nope. We just froze. See how it's like not like centered? It seems to be centering around the oceans in the background, but we don't really want that. Although we could trim those, but we want to be able to control, like, we're supposed to be able to control the camera goes, where the camera goes, using the mechanism that we literally just were using on the overworld. And the question is, why does it not work here? Because I believe there is a camera marker here. See, you see it. You see it. Camera marker. Main map. That's the thing that we're looking for. And so, what is going on? Why is our main map etc.? Twitch subs pay for the occasional chai latte stream. We need to do some chai latte streams. That is for sure. Okay. So. I need sleep. Yes. Okay, so we want to like set up a breakpoint or something to see where it's going wrong. So we're going to do this. We're going to run the game. Now, where do we want to break? Because we have this. So we could break in here since we're familiar with this, since we just looked at it. No, I didn't. Let's start here. I mean, this level looks neat, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So, skipping stones. Here we go. All right, so this is in Fog of War, and we can just go clear another screen, and we can just look at what's in these data structures and just see if it makes sense. We're not yet trying to like solve the problem. We're just observing. I thought Fog of War would be there. Where is this? No, I'm in the wrong file. What is happening? Stop it, Emacs. All right. Fog. Why don't I see it? Source, game, Fog of War. Oh, I'm in Braid. Why am I in Braid? That's the wrong... It's the wrong game. Braid doesn't have Fog of War. That's why I can't find it. It's also not even in this programming. That's how tired I am. I'm looking at that and I'm like, looks fine. Looks fine. Okay, so we're gonna go here. And we're just gonna look at this cleared bounds thing next time. We're just gonna cheat walk over here and let's just see how that looks. Fog entity. Cleared bounds. That's on a sub. Okay, so in our language, there we go. We have better features. -5 to 75, 75. -5, 27. 27 to 75. Let's see what the coordinates are on that. So up here, we're at 61. So 75 is the top of the map. Where's 27? Well, that's y equals 0. So 27 is like... I mean, we're not cleared down to 27. Oh! No, we are. Because that's... Okay. I was going to say we haven't gone that far. But... Why do I not have the map? What's going on? All of a sudden, the map isn't going. What the fuck? But what I was going to say is... Okay, so that's weird. That's a bug that I was seeing before. Where, like, our ability to get the map goes away. Which is kind of ass, if I'm being honest. So let's restart. That's something... Wait, what? What fell in the water? Oh my god. Alright. So, tab for an overhead map. Alright, so the thing is... We did clear these circles and stuff, right? So, you do expect the cleared region to go very far south. Okay. So, a different place we could look to try to make sense of things is in camera code, which I was also looking at today. And over there, it's like... per screen. For zoom per screen. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So, here we get the overhead camera control. And we decide... I wonder what we're freaking doing. Okay, anyway, this is the thing where we zoom out. We sort of start every frame with a zoomed in view. And then if you're in overhead map mode, we zoom out based on these things. So it's not area marker, it's overhead control. Let's just go here. All right, so adjust to did we just not set the Boolean? Manual offsets. Okay. Here's the thing. If we don't set adjust to explored fog, we don't look for that marker. And I don't think we want to do manual offsets anymore, because now we have the ability to do marker. So I think I just deprecate that. So manual offsets. This was some crap. Version to 21. These are just very hard to use, and they change as you edit the level and whatever. It's just much better to have a marker. So we're going to go into the camera here, and we're going to say where this manual offsets was. We're going to get rid of this. Instead, we're going to say we're going to do this same thing that we did. All right. If we have that, we're going to do some stuff. Okay. So now we need the min max, and so we do the get bounding box, right? Get bounding box. Okay. Now we have a bounding box declaration, right? Oh, that might not be it. Let's see. Get bounding box. Now we do return bounding box. All right. So I don't know why that's in triangle mesh. I actually kind of do, but you know, probably shouldn't be in there. Bounding box, min max. All right. So we have this min f and max f, right? So and those are vector 2's. So min f equals bounds.min.xy and max f bounds.min. The f is just for float. So I think that's literally it. It's much more appealing. Get bounding box it. Okay, that didn't work. Get bounding box outer bounds. Get rid of that comment that doesn't make sense. Look how much simpler this code is. It's so much better. So much better. Hold on, I'm answering a text message. Okay, so, hey, I lost my ability to overhead map again. What the fuck is going on with that? We're going to have to figure that out. What is splashing? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Skipping stones. What is splashing? Skipping stones. Why are we losing our main map ability? All right. So, we get this. It's not doing it still. But we can step in and see. Okay. Yeah, as soon as we reload, we lose it. Which I guess means that field is not getting serialized. We'll have to look at that. Okay, so why then? So we should be here. We're not adjusting. We are doing outer bounds. Okay, that's not null. Bounds is get bounding box. All right. -5, -9, -6. Oh, you know what? Is it... Does it actually go to the water? Did I actually make it just blindly? Yeah. Okay. So that's the next thing is actually it can come in a little vertically. It doesn't go exactly to the water though. So I don't know. Let's try bringing it in. Bringing it in. Bringing it in. Because you want it to be trimmed really close anyway, because when you're zoomed out and you kind of can't see that much, it's not great. Actually, let's align it to the screens. We have these screen boundaries of the outermost screens that you would go to. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right. Screen boundaries. Screen boundaries. All right. Boom. Okay, so run. Okay, that's working better. It's like, okay, so one thing that's not happening is we're obviously not drawing like a frame around it or a border to cover up the ocean and all that, right? So that would be a thing that we would do later. Is it correct given that? It might be. Because, like, if you imagine what's the topmost extent there and the bottommost extent, and you look at how much vertical margin there is on each side, it's about the same. It looks lopsided because at the bottom, the fog of war doesn't go any further. And on the top it does, but I think that's just like an artifact of the way things are set up. Really, we probably should make it go further in each direction, though. Let's see about that. Like, if we actually... If I actually extend the ocean here, I think that might make us do that. Let's just check if it goes down to the bottom. This, you know, I implemented all this stuff. Do I know what'll do it? Not really. That didn't do it. We do have a fog of war entity. fog of war. What does it say? Phase parameter, noise scale factor, primary, etc. Okay, that doesn't help us. That doesn't help us. So this is really probably... Oh, you know, it's about the Y0 and all this stuff of the grid. Let's do this. Settings, select all. This now could be something that we do with a marker, but we don't. So corner is -8, -9, which if I make a dummy entity at -8, why'd that wrap? Oh, we're like upside down. It's not good. -8, -9. Okay, so right, this is the lower left. So okay, but the screens are not starting there. And the reason is because it's actually a different thing. Hold on. It's not grid. It's per screen camera. Ah. So we could, if we want to go down one in Y, we could subtract and go minus, wait, not room margin, no. Per screen camera. Wait, really? Yeah, okay, so that lines up at 0. All right, just making sure. Let's delete this guy. That was not helpful. Let's do this. So, yes, settings, levels. So here we could just go minus 14 on the Y, I think. See that? It gives us an extra set of rooms. And then maybe it is a good idea to extend the ocean there. And then we're just going to get, I think the fog will go. And we might trim that later, but yeah, look at that. That just looks better for now, for playtestability. We could have it go all out to the sides too, but like, I do kind of wonder, why are we so far laterally off? Like, why is our square on the right side of the screen? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. This does work. Skipping stones, why are we off center in X? And I don't mean X the website. I don't mean... See, yeah, we're just not serializing that or something, which is not good. Okay. We're getting consistent results at least. So what's going on? Bounds? No. Bounds is get bounding box. I mean, maybe our marker is way off, but I don't think so. X minus 2 to X 77. Let's check that before we go keep debugging, right? So x minus 2 we know is just past the edge of the room, which our marker doesn't really go to minus 2. So I'm a little confused about that. Why do we get minus 2? But minus 2 is not that far. And then here, 75. Oh, because we have there's a margin. There's a screen margin. But that shouldn't be in those bounds. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But, okay. So, oh, you know what it might be? The viewport might be off center for HUD stuff. Like, I don't even, like, see this? Like, we swipe stuff out. Although, I don't think it should be. Okay, let's just see. So, center is 37 and a half. That sounds right. So 37 and a half is 41. It's right there. 37. Boom. That is the middle. So that's fine. The extents, we put a little bit of a margin going out. Okay. We shouldn't be inside a fast travel area. We are not. This actually shouldn't need to exist anymore. There's all these like one-off hacks that I think we can take out. Okay. Because again, the fast travel areas now have their own things. All right, viewpoint. I mean, oh wait, our look at point is off center. That's weird. Oh no, because we haven't assigned it yet. That's why. Lol. Okay, uninitialized memory. So, I mean, this all looks reasonable. This all looks reasonable. So, I don't know. I don't know why it's off center. I may assign that to somebody else. Sometimes you can delegate things. Skipping stones. Why is the camera off center? Are we doing the viewport sideways intentionally or no longer existing HUD stuff? Or what is going on? This is, you know, this is the kind of thing we would like to fix it eventually. We don't have to fix it to run the playtest, right? Because like this is fine. I don't like it, but it's fine. Yeah, you can easily get good results out of Google search, everyone. I mean, for example, if you want news about presidential candidate Kamala Harris, just search for Donald Trump. It's easy. Like I don't even know. I don't understand what people even think the problem is. It's a skill issue. In fact, you could search for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris and get Kamala Harris news. It's easy. Learn computers, guys. Okay. I just realized what's happening here, guys. This is why you have to expand your mind. Look at what's on the screen. Can anyone tell me what's happening here? What is happening here is that the fog of war is going an entire screen past the edge of the map. Because if you look, so there's this other graphics glitch where like lily pads and stones that have outlines on them, the outlines are showing through the fog because they get drawn on top of the fog. That's what you see here, right? You notice they kind of stop like over here and then there's nothing else here. That's because if I do this, unfog, boom. See how the actual map stops and then it's just stuff. So if we just put one screen of fog on the left, maybe that's good. Or maybe we just trim our map. Like I want there to be some margin on the map, you know. So let's do that. Let's go back and do this thing that we did. Because like when you skip a stone off the map, for example, it disappears because it left the universe, and you want that to happen like, well, we have like half a screen here, but it just doesn't have fog of wars. All right, so we just do that. Okay, so we went minus 14. We're also going to go minus 19. Boom. And you know what? We're just going to enlarge. We're going to enlarge the ocean to the edge of that. Because if we unfog it and we've got our camera above, you know, it's all good. So then we're going to enlarge to the right here till we hit that edge. Oh, too much. All right, cool. Now we run it. I bet you it's going to be centered now, and then I can take my to-do off. That's centered. It doesn't look square anymore, but that's fine. We'll do something. Like we're trying to figure out, should we have a frame around stuff like this or whatever? All right. We got the why are we off center next. Let's see if we can delete this code. If we are inside the fast travel area, if we are inside, so fast, where's that coming from? I would love to simplify this code. Fast, if hero inside fast travel area, if fast, hard set local area T to 0 so we don't get artifacts until... Okay, that's actually a good thing to do regardless. That we do want. Okay, but I don't think we want this. I think we already take care of that with our new changes. So let's just, let's see. We'll optimistically delete that. Yeah, the thing is, I've just been busy with a bunch of stuff. So we haven't released a new compiler version in like 6 weeks or maybe even 7 weeks, which that's a long time to go between updates. You know, we've updated multiple times in a day before. So, you know, it's just that I've been busy, you know, on a bunch of things. But we will get back to some compiler improvement cadence pretty soon. Oh yeah, we're in the wrong place. We're in the wrong place. All right. I'm getting really tired. Here we go. We're just going to check that this still works. It does. Kind of off center. Why is that? I mean, it should be using... Yeah, okay, so we're framing the... It's a little weird. So we're using the same screen size as the main map because there's no way to set that right now. And I think we might change the screen size eventually. I don't know. Maybe not. It might not be worth it. Okay. So I think here we're just hitting the edges of the thing because the mini maps are not that big. Oh, look at that. We got another mistake Holio. Oh boy. Let's fix that. Mistake Holio. Mistake Holio. I sure make a lot of mistake Holios. Not in the final game though. Okay, FT clones. Wait, isn't that what it was? Oh, does that not have a tele? No, it does. Wait. No, that's... Yeah. Oh, I was looking at this one, but it's this one. Wait. It looks like we're selecting that. Did we dupe this? Do we have 2 of these? LOL. We had a pasta error. All right, great. Great. All right. Let's go back to skipping stones. We're going to take the W, actually. Because we're getting tired enough that we could do something bad any minute. Oh. Okay, there we go. When I hard restart skipping stones, something is splashing in the water, and that's really annoying. So after we take the W, we're going to figure that out. Overhead map improvements, skipping stones, niceties. Niceties. Yeah, I mean, if anyone has 69 million garlic coins, it's a low price. The low price to get in the compiler beta. 69 million garlic coins. All right. So, we're going back. It's like Jack from Lost. We have to go back. Oh, my mouse is now running out of battery. I'm going to hope it lasts through the stream and I can just plug it in after. All right. So, restart. Boom. Okay, that should be easy to debug or to find out what it is. Sokoban game falling splash. We have a function that we call literally right there. Here we go. Who is? We'll see if it's more than one thing, but entity ID, right? Okay, so then This is two things, so we actually could probably do a Visual Studio print rule for this, but I don't remember how to do it. If anyone wants to email it to me. But anytime we see something, so the type of this is, well, I don't know if Visual Studio understands types for integers either. But anyway, it's a PID, right? It's one of these. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. Did we call it entity ID now? This is what happens when you go back and forth. No, I think Visual Studio just doesn't understand. Okay, so anyway, we right shift by 20 and we end by like, you know, a low 20 bits. 91, 126. Maybe there's more than one thing. It sounds like there might be, but let's do one at a time. Select 91, 126. There's a stone just like above the water. Oh, because we wanted this to be like flipped over and there wasn't a way to do it, I think. Let's try this. We're just going to do that. All right. There's probably more than one. Let's see. Okay, now it sounds like there's maybe fewer. All right. Who is it now? 44-874. Same. Stone in water. Flipped in the water. Yeah. Right, so we're just going to do the same thing. Flipping T. All right. Boom. That's it. No more splashing. Cool. Let's make sure that those do appear correctly. I think they should. Lost had really good moments. Yeah. I mean, it kind of was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones, though, where it was good until it was just god-awful. Okay, where was... Where I know where one of them was. Over here. There we go. That was it. It's in the water. It's flipped. Awesome. Okay. So come on. Commit. Skipping stone splash fixes. All right. We got why is the camera off center? So this is the only question. Why are we losing our main map ability? And I think I know the answer to that. The answer is that we are setting enabled on camera control. Camera control. And the problem is camera controls are marked constant, so they don't go into the undo system, which means they don't get saved in your save game. However, that wasn't true because there was a bug where we were scanning constant things. So now I have the problem of, do I let camera control change? And I think the answer is yes, I do. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to move camera control. Can see is false. Can move is true. Can move because we set enabled on overhead map camera controls. Maybe we do that a different way. I said issued sound. Dude, camera control. Camera control. Boom. All right. So, where's inanimate? Yeah. Why do we have mounted? That's not even a thing. Unless we added it. Inanimate. No, there's no, yeah. We took mounting out. All right. It's hard with how many episodes there are, yeah. All right, reset. Wait, there's still a splash. We're going to have to debug another splash. Okay, so here we go. Tab for overhead map. Great. Now we're going to quit and come back. We're quitting and coming back. And we should retain our ability to view the overhead map now. Hey! Video games, we can make them sometimes. Okay, so we're in the debugger again. We'll see if we splash again. Yeah, we're still splashing. Who is it? 1-4328? Who the fuck is that? Camera control? Bruh. The camera's falling in the water. Right, because we just set can move. All right. We're going to do this. Hope it fixes our shit. Isn't it waterproof? Yeah, but that we don't want to hear it falling in the water. I don't care if it's waterproof. All right. Hey. I mean, how many games have Fog of War clearing that looks that good, right? That's pretty good, right? For a puzzle game, come on. And then you wander over, you solve some puzzles that I'm cheating, and then... Look at that. That's good. Boop. All right. That's going to be the stream, I think. We got a lot of items done. We're not going to do this one because that's a little grindy. We'll do it when I'm awake. Oh, this also... I think I already had the losing ability to control. Let me see. This might be a similar thing. I don't see it. Maybe I'm too tired. I thought it was here somewhere. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna check that in. If we said what the technique was we used to draw the fog of war. So someone on the team adapted a typical volumetric fog technique that we already had in the engine. So you can look at those. You know, they generally involve discretizing the space into a grid and doing some ray casts through the grid in order to estimate density of participating media, right? So he took that and adapted it to do fog of war, and I think it looks good. I think it looks good. So yeah. All right, thanks everybody. Bedtime for me. We got stuff done. It's very good to do that. We're one step closer to the game being done. See you all later on.